This is Pokedoku, and if you haven't heard about it before, it's like a Sudoku puzzle, but with Pokemon, where you have to match a Pokemon to its 2 criteria.
You can't tell me this guy. He's flying, obviously, and he's blue, and he's a cloud. So he must be... How could he not be water? He's a cloud!
It has been pretty popular lately, and I've played it a lot, including making some YouTube shorts about it. So when the Pokedoku Twitter account shared one of my shorts and then messaged me asking to collaborate, of course I said yes. Now I had to put my own little twist to this, but what to do? I have been doing the daily Pokedoku on my stream, and I love that they've recently added shiny Pokemon. Oh yes! Oh, I did it! On the very last one, we got a shiny Spinnerack! And this is awesome because I love shiny Pokemon, but I couldn't make every Pokemon shiny in my own Pokedoku. So what else do I love about Pokemon? Of course the answer was Fakemon. So I decided to add my own Fakemon spin to Pokedoku. Now obviously we can't use Fakemon in the official Pokedoku website, but I can create my own Pokedoku puzzle and then fill it out here in a video with you guys with Fakemon from regions that I have covered before. And seeing as I have covered over 1,000 Fakemon, I think we can do it. Now, this is the creation grid, and when we're setting some of the parameters here, a lot of them are going to be fine, like obviously all of the different typings for the Pokemon or the Fakemon, but some of them aren't going to work. So obviously we don't have Fakemon from all of the regions, so I'm not going to add any of those in my own Pokedoku grid here. Something I also have to consider is that I'm creating this for Fakemon for the video, but for the official Pokedoku website, it's with Pokemon. So I'm kind of looking at 2 different results here. But let's get started and start setting some of these. Now, what I want is my favorite Pokemon is Squirtle, and I want that to be able to be one of the options in this video. And of course, I think right in the middle would be really good for Squirtle. So I'm going to keep the top row here as Pokemon typings, and I'm going to keep the y-axis here as other parameters. So let's have a look. So first of all, obviously we want a water typing for Squirtle, and down the bottom I saw starter. So I think water starter gives lots of options for Fakemon and for Pokemon, so that will work really well. And another kind of Pokemon that I really like are fossil Pokemon. So I think adding a fossil Pokemon would be really cool as well, and lots of Fakemon regions have fossils, so that would work. So now we've got one more y-axis thing, and I did see, I think Evo Line Final would be kind of cool to do as well. Now what we have are 2 more Pokemon typings. We've already got water. Now there are 18 different Pokemon types, minus water, so we have 17. So I'm actually going to randomize this. So my random number generator from 1 to 17, let's generate. That is 3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 is dragon. Okay, that's cool. And the next one is 1. All right, and that was bug. So we've got dragon, water, and bug. We've got Evo Line Final, starter Pokemon, and fossil Pokemon. Now this is going to be kind of tricky, I think, especially for the fossil category. We've got to make sure that it works for both Fakemon and for Pokemon. So let's do a bit of research and see if it works. Okay, that took me way too long to realize. Hopefully you saw the mistake faster than I did. Of course, there's no starter dragon or starter bug type Pokemon. So we need to change the starter category, but I still want Squirtle to be there. So I'm going to make this Evo Line start. So this will definitely work for Squirtle, and it'll definitely work for all of the categories as well. Whoops. Okay, coming back now, and I finally found some Fakemon to fit all of these categories. Now I'm going to work from top left down to bottom right. So first of all, final evolution for Dragon, I'm going to go to the Sundor region, and I'm going to choose Crocua. Crocua is actually the pseudo legendary for the region, and was one of my favorite for the region. So this massive Pokemon's cannon is so powerful that it can cut through anything in its path, including steel. And you can see that massive cannon that it does have. And here we have the 3-stage evolution, starting with a cute little crocodile. So let's add him in here. So there we go, Crocua, first box done. For the water final evolution, I'm going to the Minecraft region, and this is Squizzard, which is the water and psychic type final evolution for the water starter. So Squizzard are a lot smarter than their previous forms and have developed an additional form of defense. They pulse the lights on their bodies to hypnotize potential threats. Now this is based on the glow squid from Minecraft. And to show the other evolutions, it evolves from Squibble, and before that was Squibby, because Squibby is the water starter in the Minecraft region. So water final evolution, Squizzard looks perfect. Very nice. Okay, bug final evolution now. And the bug final evolution, we're going to the Tony region, which is based on Germany. And this is Perforella, the bug and fairy type Pokemon. So this is the Silk Moth Pokemon. It's based on a Bombix Mori and a Pixie together to give it that look, which looks really, really nice. Yes. And to show its full evolution line, to make sure I'm not cheating, this is the Cocoon Pokemon, the middle evolution from our Route 1 bug. And it started from Siltini. And Perforella will complete our line of final evolution. So we've got a pseudo-legendary, a starter, and a Route 1 bug. So I think that's a good mix there for our top row. Now, our first evolution for Dragon is another pseudo-legendary. Of course, we can find dragons in pseudo-legendaries. Very obvious. This is Lantern, which is from the Newfoundland region, which is a region based on Canada. So this is a dragon electric type Pokemon. Lantern's glowing bellies help guide them in the dark. They used to live on the rocky shores, but when a great darkness swept over the region, they fled to the caves. It's rumored that they will appear to light paths for the hopelessly lost, based on a Lantern and a Wyvern. Now, to show you the whole line, it evolves into Bicon, and then lastly evolves into Lightradora. So you can see a massive lighthouse there with our three-headed dragon, which looks very, very cool. But the first stage of that is Lantern, so let's add it in. And adding him in now. I think this is all coming together now. It's looking quite nice with all of the Fakemon. Next, first evolution for Water. So like Dragon Pokemon are really easy to find in the pseudo-legendaries, of course, Water Pokemon, very easy to find in the starters. This is the starter Pokemon Krabub from the Fearon region, which is based on Iceland. So Krabub are curious Pokemon leaving no stone unturned on the vast beaches of the Fearon region. The bubbles around their eyes act as lenses, enhancing their vision so they can see enemies approaching them from all angles. Perfect addition for our Pokedoku, I think. And he looks really good in the middle box there. All right, bug and first in evolution line. Now I tried to find one that wasn't a Route 1 bug. So this is Discabug from the Havana region, which is based on Africa. So this Pokemon, you can see the coloring is a lot like a Garchomp. It is believed that they had a different shape a long time ago, but their appearance evolved to look like another fierce and intriguing Pokemon in order to ward off predators. So it pretends to be like a Garchomp so it doesn't get attacked by other Pokemon, which is very clever. This is a bug and dragon type. It could have easily gone into the dragon side, but I'm putting it on the bug column. So let's add him right there. Perfect. One row to go, which was the fossil one. So this is where I had regrets. I'm not gonna lie. Finding fossil dragon and fossil bug Pokemon was not easy. Let's actually go and do the water fossil first. So the water fossil, I've chosen Biosatan, the pure water type. This is in the Vepos region, which is based on Greece. And this is a beast of a Pokemon. It is absolutely huge. Much about this Pokemon is still unknown. It appears to share DNA with the Pokemon Wailord. Current hypothesis is that this new shared Biosatan might be an ancestor to Wailord or have shared a common ancestor. Through the holes in its body, is able to regulate the temperature climate around itself. And I absolutely love the shiny for this Pokemon as well. So let's add him into the middle column there with the water one. So the dragon fossil and the bug fossil, I actually couldn't find any in any of the regions that I've covered. So I've had to go and outsource and find from different regions. So first, our dragon fossil Pokemon, I'm going to choose the second evolution, which is Carcarax. It's a rock and dragon type, obviously evolving from Terraxel there. So this is by SB Fakemon. This is a really cool looking design. I really like this a lot. This is from the Tooth Fossil, the king of fossils, an elusive ancestor to dragon type Fakemon. Really, really cool design here. So let's add him in. So adding Carcarax in, we've got one more to go, the bug fossil. And for the bug fossil, we are going to go to Aiden Hamilton Art, who has created Possession, which is actually a ghost and bug type, which is really interesting for a fossil. And it even looks like it's got like a Kabuto kind of face here on the tail, which is really, really nice. And we can also see the shiny here. So this Pokemon assembles many fossils and possesses them, gaining attributes of the Pokemon that the fossils once were. Really, really cool idea. And let's add Possession in there now as well. And that completes our Pokedoku. I think this looks awesome with the huge mix of different kind of Fakemons from different regions. I think it looks really cool to have a Pokedoku version with Fakemon. Now, this is the official Pokedoku master puzzle that I have created for today. So if you're watching this video the day it goes live, you can get on Pokedoku.com right now. Now, if you found this video within the first 2 weeks it was created, it won't be the daily one, but if you click on the logo and go to Archive Puzzles, you can find mine in there. And if you found it after 2 weeks, I guess you could go to the start of the video and screenshot the template that I put up and then go to MS Paint and start drawing some of your Pokemon in there. That will work too. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you, and you might want to know that I have forever discounted the price of becoming a YouTube member to just $1. So if you like the content and you want to support for just $1, click the join button down below the video, and you can get access to all of my videos early, and you get a cool badge next to your name as well. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.